Lagos State Health Facility and Accreditation Agency tasks aesthetics cosmetology practitioners on wellness. Military warns against violence during planned protests. On the 14th, death toll in Ethiopia landslides rises to 257. And in sports, Nigeria's Quadri Aruno begins medal quest against Romanian opponent at Paris 2024 Olympics. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Health Facility Monitoring and Accreditation Agency, HIFAMA, has called on practitioners in the aesthetics care and cosmetology sector to elevate the standards of the beauty and wellness industry. Executive Secretary of HIFAMA, Abiola Idowu, made this call at a one-day training program with the theme Advancing Professionalism in Aesthetics Medicine held at Ikeja, Lagos. The Executive Secretary acknowledged the tremendous growth of the beauty and wellness industry over the past decade and the corresponding responsibility to maintain the highest standards of practice. Idu also emphasized HIFAMA's goal of promoting a culture of continuous improvement, total compliance with set standards, safety protocols, and understanding the legal implications, licensing and permit requirements, and responsibilities of aesthetic practitioners. The Executive Secretary noted the need for regulation in aesthetics medicine and cosmetology concerning recent incidents of complications arising from unregulated practices, serving as a stark reminder of the importance of upholding high standards of care. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, has rescued 3 male adults from the site of the building collapse at number 13 Wilson Mba Street, Arojobe Estate, Maryland. Permanent Secretary LASEMA, Olufemi Okeosoitolu, in a statement said the agency responded to the incident and discovered that a set of 3 terraces under construction had collapsed. He said operatives of the agency, in collaboration with the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, immediately began search and rescue operations, recovering the bodies of 3 male adults and rescuing another 3 trapped under the rubble. Okeosoitolu said all 6 men were site workers and officials of the Lagos State Environmental Health Monitoring Unit, SHEMU, had been contacted for evacuation of the remains of the 3 fatalities. He added that a combined team of LASEMA personnel, fire service, and Nigeria police were working at the scene. The former chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Lagos State, Otumba Dele Ajomale, has admonished Nigerians to give the Tinubu administration time and cooperation to enable it resolve the various economic and social challenges confronting the country. He gave this advice at the inauguration of new executives for the Solo branch of the Justice Forum political movement, also called on parents to discourage their children from taking part in planned protests, as it could be detrimental to the economic gains achieved so far by the Tinubu administration. Ajomale, who was also a former commissioner in Lagos State, believes the protest is a ploy by some opposition to cause mayhem, particularly in Lagos, and pleaded for it to be shelved. He urged members of the Justice Forum to cooperate with those of the mandate and not see them as rivals, since both groups are working for the progress of the party, particularly the development of Nigeria. The former APC chairman urged members in the area to rededicate themselves to the party and ensure the party takes its rightful place in the area. In his contribution, a former political leader in the area and one-time commissioner in Lagos State, Abdul Latif Abdul Hakim, implored members in the area to focus more on the progress of the party towards achieving total success nationwide. Present at the event were political leaders and party faithful from all the wards in Isolo. And now to the rest of the stories. Ahead of the planned nationwide protests over economic hardship in the country, the military has warned organizers of the protest against any form of violence. Director of Defense Media Operations Edward Buba, at a press conference in Abuja, warned that the military won't allow anarchy to befall Nigeria. Buba said although citizens have a right to ventilate their grievances, the military won't condone any form of violent gatherings or protests. He added that the military has uncovered plans by unscrupulous elements to hijack the protests and turn it into a violent one by attacking innocent Nigerians and their businesses. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu, governors and the ruling All Progressives Congress APC have appealed to Nigerians to shelve the planned End Bad Governance protest slated for next month. Members of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, have appealed to the management of the Nigerian Ports Authority for more waivers to utilize the Calabar ports. They made the call when the leadership of the association paid a familiarization visit to their facility as a way of fostering closer relationship in Calabar. The acting chairman of the Cross River and Akwa Ibom States branches of MAN, Usen Umor, said there are many manufacturers in both states eager to utilize the services at the Calabar ports. And now to foreign news. Deaths caused by landslides in Ethiopia has risen to 257, according to the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA. The final death toll is expected to be up to 500. The United Nations agency released the figures after the landslides in the mountainous Gopher zone in southern Ethiopia, the first triggered by heavy rains and the second engulfing those who had gathered to rescue people. The revised death toll is an increase of 28 on figures provided by Ethiopia's National Disaster Risk Management Commission on Tuesday. Hundreds of people combed through red mud at the scene of the disaster in the Kenjo Shaka locality, searching for survivors of the deadliest landslide recorded in Africa's second most populous country. And away from all that, now sports. Nigeria will begin the quest for medals in the table tennis competition of the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, with Quadri Aruna taking on Romania's Edward Ionescu on Saturday. Aruna will face Ionescu in a first-round match of the men's singles event. The pairing emerged following the event's draw at the South Paris Arena, the venue of the competition. It presents the Nigerian an opportunity to gain revenge against the Romanian, who beat him 2-3 in the semi-finals of the European Champions League. There are 5 medal events in the competition: men's and women's singles, mixed doubles, and men's and women's team. And that's all for the news at 4. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms on X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration generated 12,350 jobs and empowered 17,469 direct and indirect beneficiaries through the Lagos State Agro-Processing Productivity Enhancement and Livelihood Improvement Support appeals? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Health Facility Monitoring and Accreditation Agency, HIFAMA, has called on practitioners in the aesthetics care and cosmetology sector to elevate the standards of the beauty and wellness industry. Ahead of the planned nationwide protest over the economic hardship in the country, the military has warned organizers of the protest against any form of violence. We also told you that deaths caused by landslides in Ethiopia have risen to 257. And in sports, Nigeria will begin the quest for medals in the table tennis competition after 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, with Quadri Aruno taking on Romania's Edward Ionescu on Saturday. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashere. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe.